guys, it's Jeanette with our Backroom Creations. Come on in. Let me know where you're watching from. And tonight we will be doing something with wood. We have some candy corns and we have some kitty cats. So we'll see how far we get. I'll pull up the comments. Nope. So happy Monday evening, start of the work week. Come on, give me my comments. Hi Sandy, hi Tracy, I hope you guys had a great time. Maybe I go next year, hopefully. Pull up my comments. Please, no. Oh, that's not it. Hi Janet, how are you? There we go. Now it's going to kick over. Hi, Cynthia. Oh, we need to make them bigger. So my eyes are super tired tonight. And I'm going to make things a little bit bigger. So that'll mean things will scroll by a lot faster. So I don't know if it's my allergies or the amount of time I've been on the computer. Hi, Belinda. There we go. Maybe that'll help. Can't make it much bigger. Alright. So we're going to start with the candy corns. Now, he made these and I'm like, I was just looking at them and he goes, yeah, they're a little wide. I'm like, yeah, but they'll be okay. They'll just be different. Hi, Lori. How are you? So we're going to start, and I'm just going to put a base coat on them, which will be our white, and it's the Waverly Cashew. So we're going to start with that. I'm going to put a glove on one hand, just so I'm a messy painter, and if I get paint on my hand, it'll go everywhere. Hi, Darla. I saw your symbol for your picture before I saw your name. I don't know, my eyes have been super tired all day. I hope it's my allergies. So, these are, let's see here. They're about 5.5 this way. And they're 5.5 up way. So, and they're the 1.5 inches thick. You know, 2x lumber is not actually 2x. So if you wouldn't mind sprinkling me out, I'd appreciate it. Just to let you know, I did have a live sale last night. I left it on my page, so if you are interested in going through there, anything that you've seen sitting behind me was in it, including the big pumpkin. If you want anything, let me know. I went and got a lot of fabric if you didn't see the picture. Had some fabric on there last night, as much as I could get cut. Hi, Aldine. How are you? So this is, what did I say, cashew? Yeah. Oops. Set that over on its side, didn't I? So unfortunately, my new job has kept me away from crafting. The hours are just, they stink. It's in the middle of the day. I work 11 to 7:30, but I only work next door, like literally the next room. So I work from home. start this drying so we can get it dry. And I don't know, I think I gotta cut this hair because I sit there in the office chair and I catch my back on it all the time, all day long. So we're just gonna get this partially dry and then I'll start on the next one. I don't know if I want to put faces on these or not. Hey Brenda, how are you? I could put faces on them or I could not. I did start on Christmas stumpkins. You know what the pumpkin stumpkins are? Here's my first elf. Isn't he so cute? But I got a gingerbread girl to make and boy to make too. Jody, I'm probably gonna make it if I can go live this week. If not, it'll be next Monday. I'm hoping my eyes are just allergies. Thank you, Cynthia. Okay, so I'm just gonna, well, let's just trade that one off. We'll do 2 of them, and then that one will be dry enough. Hey, Mary Schneider. Hey, Sheila. Hope your back's feeling better. I know what that's like. You know, I may not overly thrilled about the job, the pay, or the hours, but I get to work from home, and it doesn't hurt my back. So, it is what it is. I'm just thankful that I could find a job working from home. It's like warm enough in here to turn the air on, but then I'll get cold. So I left it off today over in the office / grandchildren room. Right now I'm not working weekends through training, but they said I could work one of the days because this company is open 24/7. So imagine, well, I won't be working overnight, but you have different, because it's worldwide. So, as far as the company goes, not what I'll be doing. Exactly, Sheila, not spending gas money, wear and tear on a vehicle. So, there's some perks. That and I just don't like to go anywhere anymore. I just like to stay home. This is my happy place. Right here in this room, I spend all my daytime, most of it in here when I'm not working. This morning, Floyd was out in the wood shop before he went to work. And I was up here gathering things to ship out tomorrow morning after they pay. Well, let's go ahead and do this one. I did not paint the bottoms, but I'll go back and do that. You did do a good job sanding on them for me. You like home too, Sharon? Yeah. I mean, in my 30s and 40s, I was like, run. Of course, you know, half of the run was kids, but the older I get, the worse it gets about going anywhere. This year especially, I've just not gone a lot of places. I went to the fabric store on Saturday. You can see a picture on my page of what I got. I found the cutest. Now this is more like they order stuff, but then they also buy out stuff. Like, so when Joann closed, they had a lot of Joann's fabric and stuff. But I found, if you know what Primitive Gatherings by Moda is, I found the cutest remnants. There were a couple yards each of little primitive snowmen and some gingies. Of course, got to get to some gingies because I need to make a dress for my gingerbread girl. And my snowman, I still got to make his nose. I know. Especially after my back hurts, I don't feel like going anywhere. Of course, my feet are going numb again. I'm just getting insurance back so I can schedule another back injection. I don't know. I'm not allowed to miss any training, so I got to work that out with my employer. Normally they say I'm not allowed to, well, no, I don't have the anesthesia now, so I should be okay. But he usually doesn't, I don't know if he does them that early in the morning, and it's about an hour, the hospital that he does them in is about an hour away, so I'll just have to see about that. You're at home today? Okay. So I'll leave that one. Is this the alcohol? No, that's the water. My grandma was a homebody too. Well, that's not working well, so we will just put some wax paper on it because I don't want to transfer the colors onto the, what is it, orange on bottom? No, orange in the middle. Oh, thanks, Carol. I get it boxed up in the morning. Okay. So that's the cashew. And then I make my yellow. It's more like a mustard yellow. I was playing around with some different colors because it was looking a little green. And then my orange, I normally I put some on a plate and I mix it with a little bit of brown. I'm getting to where I'm almost out of my orange chalk paint. The kind I mix up for, and the jar's already gone. So orange and brown does it pretty good, but this is a really dark brown, so I'm just going to add just a little bit. I don't have any more cups in here. I got to get some more cups. I just like to darken it down just a little bit. And if it's not too dark or not dark enough after it dries, I'll just coffee stain it. There we go. All right, so orange is in the middle. Our top will already be this color here. Oh, I go through all kinds of paper towels. Hey, Angie, how you doing? Angie blames me for herself having to buy more patterns, because looky, Angie, it's Christmas time. Of course, she made the witch and I didn't. Yes, I have done resin. I've done lots of resin. That was almost 2 years ago I was doing resin. The problem I have with the resin that I was doing, because my projects were big, so it took a lot of space, and because I was doing them on canvases, and I have to narrow my fields down a little bit. And I'm just going to eyeball this. I'm not going to put any tape down. But yeah, I have done resin. I was doing the geode art with the crushed glass on the canvas. Makes them heavy. I am doing okay. It's weird to hear people in the house while I'm at work, and I can't, like, Floyd brought groceries home. I couldn't go help him because I was still at work. I was getting a little sleepy today. It's more interactive now. The first 2 days last week were bad. Just doing computer learnings and reading and watching videos. I hate that part of the new job. But I'm only in my second week, so. You're doing molds? So I never got into the fast curing resin. I was making coasters, and I bought some shapes. I made trays. I did a lot of trays. I did some that had little cones for, like, to put your rings and stuff. Floyd did, it's a type of concrete. Don't ask me the name of it because I can't remember. But it's for making molds. But it just didn't take off. It didn't sell. So he stopped making it. See if those are even. They're even enough. I don't want them exactly even. There's our orange. Are you doing it with the fast curing resin? So I want these kind of the same height. I don't want them too perfect, but I don't want them all wonky doodled. Wonky doodled is a craft word. Did you know that? And I knew with all these lights on, I would start to get hot. This time of year, you can never win. Mom called me yesterday. She lives in Illinois, and she said it was like 96. And I'm pretty sure it got up to 90 here today. That's probably what's wrong with me when it goes back and forth. That's what makes my arthritis hurt. Woo. Cold, hot, cold, hot. Went a little bit lower than I wanted to, but it will be okay. Floyd was making a sign this morning. I don't think he got it all done, though. He made me one of those. He's going to make some, I think, and put it in the shop. And then I think he's going to put it on the website, too. It engraves Home Sweet Home on the laser, or on the CNC. And then he puts your coordinates of your house. I like mine. It's up, well, I had it up on the mantle. Hey, Mary. Did you have a good time? Love seeing the pictures and video. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, they had the Craft Around the Clock meetup in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. But was starting a new job. Just wasn't in the cards this year. So there's that one. One more. It was amazing. Awesome. I'm happy for you guys. Happy for my crafty sisters. See, Friday is flannel and wood rounds, so you can't miss that. I think I'm on at 9:15. My times will be, unless it's on a Saturday event, my times will be either very early in the morning, and haha, that's probably not going to happen because I'm not moving very good in the morning, or 8:30 or 9:15 at night. Those are going to have to be my times. Just because of work. I'm not sure what my shifts. It could be from, they said 2 hours before or 2 hours after my training time. So my training time is 11 to 7:30. So I could start as early as 9 a.m. and I could go as late as 9:30 p.m. So when I find out what my schedule will be, I train for 5 weeks, so I'm only in week 2. Hey Tom, how are you doing? It keeps turning our notifications off too. We just have to keep checking. Like you can't talk and think at the same time. I made almost the perfect amount of orange. I don't know if I'll have to do a second coat. I may not, because I think I'm gonna coffee stain them, and I don't normally put 2 coats when I coffee stain them. There we go. Okay, so that was first. Maybe I can go back to it. Let's see. It's just a little bit wet. Hope everybody had a good weekend. So did you guys try, well, Mary, I know you're not that far. When did everybody break off? Was it last night, yesterday, or this morning? Yes, Marcia, they are wooden. These are the candy corns, and then he cut me out some cats to make. He made them a little wide, but they're growing on me. Normally I have them a little more slender, but they are growing on me. My husband cut them out for me. That one's crooked, but I think I'm going to leave it. So the top is going to stay the color that it is. And then I'm going to do some yellow. Now this I made this yellow. It's not a It's a Jeanette yellow. Awesome, had to leave Saturday. Yeah, it's a long haul. It would have been like 6.5 hours for me. Let's see. Yeah, yellow's at the bottom. I am going to blend it a little bit. Maybe. We'll see. See how it goes. But that's the color I made. It's a little bit, I guess it's more mustard. I'll paint the underside yellow after they dry. I think I'll leave them plain. I'm not going to put faces. I was going to put faces on them. I think I'll just leave these non-face. So normally when I blend them, of course I dried the orange. If your paint dries and you want to blend it a little bit, you can sprinkle it with water. That helps it blend. That way if you paint it too far down, you can kind of blend it back up. So there's what I mean by blending. I did that with a spray gun tool, a paint sprayer. One of the girls wanted their rooms dark purple and lavender. We got her purple carpet. I did dark purple on the bottom and lavender on the top, and I sprayed it in the middle. It was really cool. Okay, so got that one. See if we can get the top. Those are really dry. I'm not sure. Let's see. Just do a little dry brushing there. It'll make it look like it's blended. Thanks, Mary Snyder. So there, that looks, I don't like the harsh lines. I like it a little bit softer. Gotta keep the paintbrushes straight so they don't get mixed up. Probably fix it there. I guess this yellow's not too bad. So if you want yellow to turn into a mustard yellow, you want to add burnt umber is really good for that. But you don't want to add too much brown or else it'll get muddy colored. And then if you want to brighten it back up, you can put a little bit of orange or red in it. I like to make my own colors. I'm not a colorist. I don't know the exact measurements and stuff for things. I kind of just start dumping. Sometimes I'll look it up to see what I'm doing wrong. There we go. One more. Whew, already got a half an hour. Time flies. Today it did go a lot faster at work. I'm trying to get... So Floyd and I haven't been eating supper. He waits to eat supper with me at 7:30. He'll either have it done... Like tonight, he had it done by 7:30. It was just pot pies. Nothing major. But it was something to eat. He likes those Marie Callender pot pies. Something in the paint. Whoop. His eye's orange. I cannot believe it is the middle of September. Everything's still, well, everything's burnt in the yard right now because we haven't had hardly any rain. Let's see, yeah, maybe. If you have paint that you haven't used for a while, you might want to check on it. Hey, Jackie. I'm not sitting down. I'm standing up. I'm just short. I do sit down once in a while. But no, I'm not sitting down. I may have looked like it. I have a hard time crafting sitting down. As far as like on a live. I mean, I'll do hand sewing and I'll sit down here like when I gotta sew the back of things shut. I sit here and watch a movie or something. Stand up as much as I can. I cannot make a wreath sitting down. No way, no how. I tried. It just don't happen. When I had foot surgery, I really tried to sit down. But it just wasn't happening. So we will dry these since it's after 9. And then we'll put some coffee grunge on it. So I now have a 10-gallon tote. It's a little tote. Maybe it's 8 gallons. I don't know. It's a small tote. In my fridge with coffee grunge in it. It's a little watered down to do fabric, you know, and hang it outside. So I'm like, I am not doing this inside. Okay, so let's dry them so the colors don't run. Yeah, I can't sit down doing a wreath. I'll sit here sometimes and paint, but I like to be over top of my projects. Here, we'll just put all 3 of them here. Oh, where's my Lazy Susan? I painted my Lazy Susan so it doesn't look so bad. Because I painted it for things, or I had Floyd make me one for things like this. But, you know. You can only have room for so many things. Hi, Judy. How you feeling, Judy? Always make sure it's not molding. It will mold if you don't use it. If it gets warm, if you leave it sit out. My big bucket's in, or my little tote downstairs, it's in the fridge. Hi, Cindy. How are you? Now we can sprinkle. I need to fill up my cinnamon. My cinnamon. Just no energy, yeah. My friend out in California, she had 3 discs taken out of her neck. And then she got home, and I think it was within 2 weeks she got COVID. I'm like, y'all stay away from me. There's the other benefit of working from home. You're not with everybody else who has kids in school, getting sick. So I mix up my grudge down at the bottom. I know when I had it, when, you know, it was COVID time, it kicked my butt. Okay, so we're just gonna, we'll go down in colors just in case something's still wet. Now I mixed up my cinnamon pretty good, but if it's not enough for you, you can always, I got it's one of those little Parmesan shakers. That's what I keep my shaker cinnamon in. Oh, I heard those are so painful. My stepdaughter got them, and she was a teenager. Or no, she was out of school. She wasn't here. I watched my former mother-in-law go through that, and she was in a lot of pain. So there's what it will look like with the coffee grunge on it, and I like to like dust it and let it dry. Woo! Especially if the fan's going. Give it a light dusting, and then I let it dry, and then I just take a brush to it. It looks nice. I've had so I got a pinched nerve off because I have partial damage in my hand, and here they were making me go to physical therapy and all this, trying to get it to unpinch. And then I got a copy of my MRI, and when I started Googling the things that I couldn't understand, and I took it to my physical therapist, he went to his boss and he says, we're not touching you anymore. Because they found out I had a Chiari malformation, which is basically your brain is slumped into your spinal cord. So I had the 2 discs taken out and had cadaver bone. They don't like to take it out of your hip anymore. And so had the 2 discs taken out, and then 6 to 9 months later, I had the cranial decompression surgery. That is the worst thing in life. It's not fun. I still had pain in my lower arms, so they ended up doing a test for carpal tunnel. Of course, you know, you have that. Had both hands done. Had both shoulders done. I'm just a hot mess. I had to reattach my bicep on this arm, which still gives me issues. Like when I'm putting my hair in a ponytail. It'll cramp up on me. I'm like, yuck. I'm very messy when I coffee grunge. Especially fabric. Yeah, it was not. If you're curious, look up Chiari, Chiari, malformation. They call you zipper heads after you have it because they cut open my neck. So there's a scar back there. I'm like, zipper heads? Could somebody come up with something better? Okay. So we have about 5 minutes, so we're not going to start on the cats. Now, if I blow this, if I try to dry it so you can see, it's going to blow cinnamon everywhere, but oh well. I'll try to dry one. That's the one and only time I've ever been in ICU. I don't remember a whole lot about it. So of course you can't see the colors on this right now, but you will here in a minute. This is what I do to like my witch hats, my snowman's hats. I coffee grunge them and then I sprinkle cinnamon everywhere. And then I do like, not tonight, but I do like try to save some. I'll do it on white paper and then put the rest back in the jar. Okay, so here's my cinnamon brush and brush. So it's a big wide soft one. I start off soft and see how much is going to come back off. And if you need to get a little more aggressive. I won't be saving them tonight, but yeah, I'll have to do something with the bottom, but so you kind of brush it off, and then if that took off too much, you can just coffee stain it. Sprinkle more cinnamon, and just, you know, do coats like that. Once I'm happy with it, I will spray coat it a little bit to keep the cinnamon on it. You don't want to spray coat it too much because it'll take your scent, your cinnamon scent away. But these are so, they're a little bit wet. Then I might put a jute twine around it with a bell. I have to order some more bells. I got cinnamon everywhere. But I'll do it on my white paper and then I can save some of it. I might have to do that one again. I brushed it too soon. It was so a little damp. But there is the candy corns. They're about 5.5 by 5.5. Lloyd cut them out for me. Nice and cute. We will put some extras on them. Krylon super thick. Anything that says clear. You don't want to use the oil enamel one, but Krylon makes one. Rust-Oleum makes one. So those are the two brands that I normally use. They'll say ultra clear. You want to make sure it doesn't say shiny on it, or else it'll put a sheen on it. Hi, Cheryl. Alright, guys, my time's up. Make sure you and your friends are, thanks, Judy, part of Craft Around the Clock. If you hear anybody that you know that's not part of Craft Around the Clock, tell them to join. There's so much fun and crafting going on over there. When I started with Tracy, there was 29,000 people in there. And there's like, what, 74 now? 72, 74? Wow, that many people. So come join us. All right, don't forget to follow me, and I will be back on Friday for Fun Friday at 9:15 Eastern Standard Time. You guys have a great week. Bye.